Okay. So let me tell you like what has been done as of now, guys. So we just started with a very basic level. Just we started with just an introduction, guys. So don't worry. A few topics. That means it is nothing but I just started with some of the basic introduction to Python only, guys. Okay. So just we started with the basic. Already this batch was started, guys. It's not too many topics has been covered. So a very basic level topics only, guys, that has been got started. Initially, we'll start with Python, but because Python is the basic language which is required for our data science. So a 2 to 3 introduction classes of like what is data science, just an introduction. No need to worry about that. And apart from that, I just started with basics of Python, guys. I'll tell you like what has been happened, guys. In Python, just like a basic installation of Python we have done, guys. Just very simple basics only installation of Python. Nowadays, Python has been became a common language, guys. Everybody they're already having some idea about the Python. And second thing is like basic data types. Every language will have some basic data types are there. Like just we have something like an integer, float. Okay, we are having something called as a string, a bool, etc. And apart from that, some basic types, guys. Data structures we have been got discussed. So like the data structures are going to be nothing but like list, tuple, sets, dictionaries. These are the 4 topics, guys. So these are the basic things that has been done. And just we have started with some installation of Anaconda Python, where in that Anaconda Python, we have just working with something called as a Jupyter notebook. So if you're already having the basic idea about the Python, guys, you can just go ahead without having any confusion. Even if you do not have any idea, guys, even if you do not have any idea, no need to worry about anything, guys. Why? Because whatever we have been done is very the basic level only what we have been got discussed. Okay. So just give me a second. Right. So a very basic level only. So no need to worry about that. So today I'm going to start with how to write a conditional statements, guys. So if you all of you have an idea about conditional statement, guys, how do you write the conditional statements in other languages? So for a couple of days, I'm going to discuss about how to write a for statement, how to write a control statements. Only thing is where to write is going to be your mainly confusion, guys. So for that, I'll tell you how to install this also. So what you have to install, I'll tell you that one also. You can, guys, who has joined for the today's class. So you can install that particular Anaconda Python. That is Anaconda Python, guys. Okay. So Anaconda Python, how to just install it, I'll tell you in the today's class, just a few minutes, guys, because no need to show the installation. Just I'll show you the installation. You guys can just install that particular Anaconda Python, and then you can start working with the conditional control statements, because conditional control statements are almost all, it is a common syntaxes or common concepts in every programming language. So then what about the previous concepts, guys? The previous concepts is not that much mandatory concept. There are just a very basic level. So guys, who has joined for the today's class? So don't worry about the previous classes. Just continue the classes for a couple of days, guys. So today, that is Thursday, tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, you may not have the class next week. Just you can attend some few classes, guys. So then if you are, that means these are all nothing mandatory, guys. These are only just a prerequisite classes only. If you already have the idea about Python, okay, you can learn it. Even if you don't have the idea about Python also, learning Python is very easy, guys. Whatever we are still covering is very basic level only. So attend a couple of classes, guys. Tomorrow and after tomorrow, please attend the classes. So if anybody requires some additional backup classes also, I can arrange that particular backup classes if it is needed. Or else I'll give you the previous classes recording videos I'm going to share you. So from that also you can learn the things, guys. There is no much concepts is worry. There is nothing much concepts has been, no need to worry about the previous classes. A very few classes, guys. I said that no, these are the topics, guys. Installation of Python, that is very easy. Anybody can do that. What are the basic data types? Integer, float, string, and a bool. And a basic data structure called as list, tuple, sets, dictionaries, guys. And what is Anaconda Python? How to install? Again, I'll tell you in the today's class. It just takes a 2 minutes of time. So please install that particular software. So if you feel that if you have any missing of classes, no worries guys. The previous recorded videos will be there. You can just go through that particular recorded videos, but this will be shared only whenever you register for the class. Once you register for the class, you will get the access to the recorded videos. Go through the recorded videos and we can cover the previous classes. If you don't have the idea about Python. If you're already having the idea about Python, it's very easy, guys. You can go ahead and you can learn them without having any issue. You can learn them easily. We can continue those particular classes easily, guys. Okay. So that is the one which,
So sorry to interrupt. I
yep,
just have two queries.
yes,
Can I
yes.
ask you now? You are saying that you have already
Hmm.
lectures were there for installation and data types. All this you have covered. So
Mm-hmm.
this you have taught in a separate Python class, which are going simultaneously, and this is the new class because this is the first demo lecture, right?
No, no. See, it is a demo
So
lecture
this you
means.
have taught in which class? I mean, I didn't got.
Okay, okay. I'll tell you. I'll tell you the process. Generally, what we will do is,
Uh-huh.
see, generally, whenever we start a new batch, what will happen here is a few students will join.
Mm-hmm.
So like that, see, still we are in the basic level only. So we expect that more and more students will join to the classes because everybody does not start joining from the first class itself. Some
Correct.
people join a little bit lately. That's why
Mm-hmm.
what we did is today we are conducting a demo. Demo means
Okay.
what you have to join. Just you are going to join how the class is there and all these things just to get some understanding. You will join the demo
Mm-hmm.
classes. Okay, so demo
Okay.
means you can attend a 2 to 3 demo classes at free of cost. So you can just see how the class is going on, like what exactly the concepts I'm going to teach it, so how my lectures are going on. So
Mm-hmm.
just you can get some kind of an understanding about that. And once you are satisfied with that, then you can pay the fees and you can register the course, and then you can just continue with the regular classes as usual.
And I have my second query is that
Mm,
as this is a data science course, correct?
mm.
So
Yes,
you are starting directly with the pattern. I mean, my expectation was what something you might be starting some basic Excel or visualization and then the language, programming language.
mm, mm.
I mean, sorry, but I had this doubt. So can you please clear? I mean, directly
Yeah,
you jump to Python.
actually, I missed your voice. Actually, your voice is breaking. So if you don't mind, can you just check your settings once, and can you just can you again repeat your question once?
Okay. Am I audible now?
Yeah, it was audible, but your voice is breaking basically. Yes, yes. Otherwise, you
Okay,
can
okay. I'll
have the
just
chat
check.
window.
Uh,
Yes.
Actually, my doubt
Mm,
was that you directly started with Python, no? So, what my expectation or what I was thinking that
mm.
basic should be first Excel, some visualization tool, and then language, or you are starting directly with the language, or this is means you have decided that first we should cover
Okay.
Python.
Okay. Okay. See, the thing is, let me tell you. So,
Mm-hmm.
see, data science, whenever you want to go to the data science, some of the skills that are required is, as you're saying, that data visualization, data analysis, and data manipulations. How do you do all those particular manipulations, visualization, etc.? We are going to do everything with the help of the Python.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so if you want to do it with the Python, you have to learn some basics of Python, right?
Correct. Correct.
So that is what I started with, the basics of Python.
Okay. Okay.
Once
Got it.
if I complete the basics of Python, then
Mm-hmm.
I will move into the NumPy library. After that, we'll discuss about the pandas. If you want to understand all these things, first of all, we should know, right? Basic, what is going to be basics of Python and all these things. I started with a very basic level of Python. What is Python? Python is a language which is nothing but a general purpose language which can be used for almost all any purpose. It is an open source language. Like that, I discussed some few features and I just started with some of the basic types. Once if I complete all these things, then I'll go to NumPy, then I'll go to pandas, and then I'll go to the matplotlib data visualization. And all that after that, I'll start with machine learning, which is related to data science, deep learning, NLP. All these topics will be the coming classes. It will come.
Okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. That I got the
You
plan. I
understood?
mean, the blueprint. I got how the course is exactly going to process. So that is only I wanted to know. Thank
Okay,
you so much
okay.
for
So
answering.
this is only say guys. So it is to learn the data science, we have to learn some basics of Python. So some people are already having the idea about Python. Some people may not have the idea. That's why just to make some, it's like an even I'm not teaching the Python guys. I'm just refreshing the concepts. If you already know, the people who already know them, it is going to be like a refreshment, refreshing the Python concepts. Who do not have any idea about Python, for them you have to learn. For them it is learning the Python. For some of them it is like a refreshing, and for some of them it is going to be Python. It's not only now, guys. Even after completion of, actually I didn't started with the I started with the Python. Once the Python classes are completed, again we'll conduct a demo sessions. Demo sessions means we don't break them. So then what will happen, before starting with NumPy, we'll again conduct some demo. Again, some people will join. But those people who joins for this demo, I'll tell them directly, already Python is already completed. If you guys already having the idea about Python, they can continue the classes. If they don't have the Python, if you don't have the Python classes, they have to join for the next batch. Like that, after completion of Python, again, after the starting with the NumPy, before starting with the NumPy, we are going to close the batch. From then onwards, it is going to be regular. After that, there is no more demos will not be added. Okay,
Yes,
fine.
yes.
So guys, who has been joined for today's class, don't worry about that. Just look at the class. Okay, don't worry about already classes are completed. Don't look into that. Just follow the today's class. Whether you, after the end of the session, I'll ask you whether you are able to understand the concept or not. Just attend for 2 or 3 classes. After that, you can just continue, even if you miss the previous classes also. So I'm teaching the same way from the last 4 years, guys. So people can understand. I know up to what extent they can understand, up to what extent they cannot understand. I'm having almost all 21 years of experience, guys. So I know how to teach them and how to make them to understand the concept. So just don't worry about that. Just follow the session today. For 2 classes, you follow the session. Then if you have any doubts regarding the class, then I will just try to make you, then I will take some decision based on that. Okay, fine, guys. So just before going to that next discussion, guys, otherwise I'll do one thing. Before going for the next discussion, don't worry, I'll tell you how to install this Jupyter notebook at the end of the class. So please wait, guys, because currently session is going on. You need not to do any practice, guys. So today I'm going to start with something about a Jupyter notebook, guys. So I'll tell you how to install that. Don't worry. So I'm going to open the all apps here now. Already Anaconda 3 was there. Just you have to open the Jupyter notebook, guys. Just open the Jupyter notebook. It is a web-based, it is going to be a notebook, guys, where we can write the Python code. Just installation is very easy, guys. Everyone can install the software. I'll tell you from where you have to download and where you have to install the software. I'll tell you. Just open the Jupyter notebook. This is how the Jupyter notebook will open, guys. I'll show you once. Just let it open, guys. Already in the last week, I explained that how to install the Jupyter notebook. I didn't started with anything also. So today we can understand. We can start working with them, guys. So this is nothing but your Jupyter notebook homepage, guys. This is your Jupyter notebook homepage, guys. So simple, nothing to do, guys. This is a Jupyter notebook. If I click on the link, it will open the Jupyter notebook, guys. Just click on the new and open the note. Just open the new notebook, guys. That's it. This is how the new notebook looks like, guys. Very simple. Just you have to write the code here now. Print, very simple, guys. Print hello world. No need to write any programming language like Java or something like this, guys. Just you write the print the hello world. Simply you can execute this, guys, or simply we can say control plus enter. It will simply execute. Control plus enter, or just we have this button called as an run button was there. Just even anything is a fine case. After that, you want to add a new cell. Here we can click on the add the new cell, guys. You can add up as much code you want to write it, guys. Okay, so very easy environment. It is not like other languages, guys. Learning Python is very easy. For example, if Java classes, if you miss the first 10 days classes, guys, after that you can't understand the Java classes. Here it is not like that. Even after 10 days you join the class also, you can understand the Python. Okay, so don't worry, because this whatever the topic I'm starting today is very common concept in any programming language, which all of you know that it is nothing but conditional statement, guys. Okay, so let us start with the conditional statement for the today's class. Who has joined for the today's class, guys? Just understand them. Don't worry. Don't try to practice it also. After a couple of days, you can start practicing, guys. Okay. Today, I'm going to start with the conditional statement. What is a conditional statement? All of you know, guys. Conditional statement is nothing but whenever you want to perform. Yes, Jagdish Reddy. Yes, obviously you require some maths is required, but it is need not to be, you need not to be an expert in that. You need not to be strong in the mathematics. You have to understand whatever the maths I am explaining them. the basic level of maths only. It is not any too much you need to be master in that mathematics concept. Just if you know the basic ideas, basic concepts of mathematics, if you can follow the concepts whatever I'm teaching, that is sufficient. You will understand the concepts. Okay, fine. Okay, let us go ahead, guys. Okay, if you have any questions, guys, the guys who has joined today, I'll take up the questions at the end of the class, guys. Let me complete today's conditional statement. So all of you know how to write a basic conditional statement, guys. And all of you know that the basic conditional statement is nothing but we have an if statement is there, guys. Normally, how do you write the if statement generally in any programming language, guys? All of you have the idea, guys. If condition, then what we are going to write, guys? You are going to write a curly braces. You are going to close the curly braces, else. Then we are going to write a simple if statement like this, guys. So we all of you know why do you require these curly braces? Whenever you are representing a block of statements, we require these curly braces. Else, these are going to be a block of the else part. So I think I need not to explain much about this, guys. If the condition is true, it will go here, guys. If the condition is false, it will goes here, guys. If it is true, it will do this operation. If it is false, it is going to do this operation. So when do you require curly braces? We all of you know, guys. Whenever you are writing a multiple statements, then we have to write then we have to use the curly braces. So now that means initially, guys, after starting working on these programming languages, now you have become a little bit familiar about this coding and all these things. But initially, guys, when you started learning your first programming language, maybe you started with C language. Generally, guys, everyone starts learning starting from the C language because nowadays C language has become the common language for everyone, which you have to study at your bachelor's level, almost all, whatever may be the type of bachelor's you are doing. So you have to learn the C language. Initially, we used to have a lot of confusion. Sometimes where it is opening, where it is closing, you used to have a lot of confusion, guys. To avoid that confusion, Python has given a different concept, guys. No confusion of these curly braces. So we have to open, we have to close, we have to open, we have to close, where it is opening, where it is closing. When you are writing multiple conditional statements, we used to get confused with that. But in Python, we don't have any such kind of a confusion because Python is a language which is easy to learn and very easy to use, guys. See how to write the conditional statement in Python. I'll tell you, guys. If condition, observe carefully, guys. Initially looks to be complex, guys. But if you start working on that, it is very convenient method, guys. If condition, after the condition, you have to put a colon, guys. Must and should, if condition, we have to put a colon. In other programming languages, we don't have them. If condition, put a colon, guys. No curly braces mechanism. Sir, if there is no curly braces, how it will knows that from here to here it is one block. From here to here it is going to be else part. How it will knows that? It's very easy, guys. For that, what we are going to use is, guys, we are going to use something called as indent, or what we call it as indentation. We are going to call it as, guys. Don't think that indent means it is going to be something complex, guys. Nothing is there, guys. Indent or indentation is nothing but where we are going to write a tab space. That means if condition and put a colon here, guys, you have to, we cannot write the code starting from this line, guys. You have to give a tab space. Even you need not to give the tab space by yourself. Automatically, whenever you put a colon and say enter, automatically there is a tab space will come, guys. That tab space is nothing but what we are going to call it as indent. We are going to call it as. With the indentation, we have to write the code, guys. So every line you have to write with indent. With indent means it is inside the if statement, guys. Then where you have to write the else part, here we have to write the else part. Again colon, again wherever there is a colon is there, we have to write the indent, guys. If you write with the indent, guys, it is inside the else part. If you write without the indent, it is going to be outside the else part. Practically, it looks like it is a little bit complex, guys, but it is not a complex one. Once you start working, then you are going to find it, which is going to be, then you are going to, then it is going to be very easy for you, guys. Okay. So this is the one which we can see with an application. So very simple. Indent means don't think that something different, guys. It is a tab space. It is a tab space, guys. So why they have given this kind of a notation is easy to understand, guys. Whenever there is a tab space is there, this is inside this if condition. This is inside this if condition. To understand that hierarchy easy, they have written this indentation concept they have given, guys. Okay. So we'll write one small example for this, guys. All of you know how to find out whether a given number is a even or odd. Given number is even or odd, we want to find it out. So I think I need not to tell you how to find out whether the given number is even or odd, guys. The logic is very simple. Even or odd, what is the logic, guys? Divide that number divided by 2, that is find the remainder. If the remainder is equal to 0, obviously it is a even number, else it is going to be nothing but it is a odd number. How to write it, I'll show you, guys. First of all, this is your what we call it as Jupyter notebook, guys. Let me write the code here now. So hash is a commenting, guys. So whenever you want to comment anything in Python, we have to use the hash, guys. So what is this hash, guys? Hash is going to be nothing but it's a comment. So what we have to find, guys? Find the given number or find whether the given number is which is going to be even or odd. This is what I want to write the logic, guys. Now have a look into that. Just have a look into this, guys. Normally, in any programming language, let us take the C language, guys. In C language, whenever you want to take this particular, value here is, guys, what I am going to do here is, guys, okay, what we are going to be doing here is, guys, simple. What I am going to do here is, guys, simple. What I am going to perform here is, I want to take some input from the user, guys. I want to take some input from the user. Generally, whenever you want to take any input from the user, generally what we are going to do, which is going to be nothing but, we all of you know that, guys, what we are going to perform here is, guys, simple. We are going to perform some kind of an scanf or something like this. We are going to write it, guys. So here, how we are going to write it, have a look into this. It is very simple, guys. Very, very simple. Input is a function. Just simply what we have to write in, guys, enter a number. This value we have to assign it to any variable called as an n variable, guys. See this? Simple, guys. Input is a function which will take some message, enter a number. Simply I am printing the value of n, guys. So even if you didn't attend the previous classes, don't worry, guys. See how it is going to work, guys. Simple. Input is a function. Don't expect that like Java, some C++ languages or C language, you have to write a program. Not required, guys. Just a single line statement. N equal to input, enter a number, print the value of n. See, guys, I'm entering 10 here, guys, and say enter. Automatically it will print it as 10, guys. But there is one small problem is there. The problem is whatever the input you have given here, guys, that is not an integer. By default it will take it as a string. So guys, who has missed the previous classes, don't worry, you can understand the concepts, guys. I can ask what is the type of the n. Type is a function to find out what is the type it belongs to. See there, I given 10, guys. I'm giving a number only, but it is going to be taken as a string, guys. So what we have to do, because we have to divide this number by 2, guys, it must be an integer data type. So convert, guys, int of. So what I'm doing is I'm taking the input from the user. The input, whatever the user has given, we are passing through a function called as an integer. Then automatically that will be converted into integer type. Now ask what is the type of the n, guys? See there, if I say 10, automatically you can see it is going to be the class called as an integer class. See, generally, guys, who has been attending this particular the data science, who has been opting for data science, generally who is generally chooses this data science, guys, actually to learn it, who are having some little, because everyone knows that data science is not like a simple programming language to learn or a simple concept to learn. It's very high level, guys. So obviously who are having a strong computer skills or who are having some kind of a strong conceptual understanding, those people chooses, guys, isn't it? So you guys, maybe I don't expect that without having any knowledge, without completely zero knowledge, who do not have that much expertise, they don't prefer to learn data science, guys, because everyone knows that data science is a little bit hard to learn. So as part of your basic, that means what I can expect here is who has chosen that particular this one. So obviously they will have some kind of an prerequisites, or even they don't have it also, they are in a position to learn. So based on that assumption only, we are going for, because this is not a basic language to learn it, guys. I don't expect very beginners to learn them. At least they will be having some interest. Even there are going to be completely beginners also. At least they are having some expertise, isn't it? Some, at least some, there are having some interest in data science, expertise in the maths. We'll expect that kind of a people to join these particular classes, guys. Okay. So see this, I'm going to do that. So enter a number which is going to be 10. Now we can see, guys, I've got this particular number 10 is what we have got it, guys. Okay. It's not that much hard. It's a little bit hard. Okay. No, it's going to be little bit hard, but your, as I told you, mainly your, what is going to be the main contribution should be done from your side also. Learn the things. We have to explore more and more. Then only you can become an expertise here now. Okay. It's not that much easy, but repeatedly you have to review the session. Repeatedly you have to practice them. Then you will understand the concept. But at the first time, you may not be able to understand the concepts. Not here. When you go to data science and all these things, main topics, then it will take a little bit time. Repeatedly, you have to go through the sessions, repeatedly review the sessions, repeatedly understand them, practice them. Then you can understand the concept. Okay, fine. Now come here, guys. N equal to integer of input, enter a number. Simple. Okay, it is an integer, guys. Now you can do the example, guys. If n percentile 2 is equivalent to 0, just like normal programming language, guys, percentile, all of you know what is percentile symbol. To find the remainder of n divided by 2, guys. What I told you, guys, put a colon. Say enter. See, guys, automatically there is a tab space is coming, guys. If you don't put the colon and say enter, you don't get the tab space, guys. Clearly we'll get an error. Clearly we'll get an error. Indent is not matching. So we have to match with the indent, guys. Slowly we'll understand it, guys. Put a colon. Say, guys, print, which is going to be nothing but it's a even number. Where to write your else part, guys? Else part need to be written under the if statement. Because if statement under print statement. Else is not under the if, right? It is going to be outside the print statement. If and else are at the same level, guys. Put a colon and say enter, guys. Print the message saying that it is going to be odd number. Let us write one small statement, guys. Print, which is going to be end of the program. Print the message saying that end of the program. Try to understand here, guys. I have written print odd number with the indent, with the print statement also with the indent. Whenever I write with the indent, guys, they comes under the same level. That means both of the statements comes under the else part. For example, if I don't put the indent, guys, it is outside the else part. Simple technique, guys. Normally in earlier languages, in whenever you work with other programming languages, if
Sir,
you write,
if you are not using this indent, where
Hmm.
we are getting this error, sir? Can you show that error?
I'll show you. I'll show you once. See, with the curly braces, without the curly braces. If you write the statement within the, if you write the statement here, guys, automatically what happens, you know that, guys. It is going to be inside the curly braces, means this code will execute under the else part. If you write outside this, it is going to be outside the else part. Same as it is here also, we are going to work with the same level, guys. See there? It is going to be if n percentile 2 equal to 0, print even number, else print the odd number, and then come outside and print end of the program. If you write indentation, guys, it is going to be comes under the else part. Okay. Now I'll ask you the question, guys. Whenever I execute this, observe carefully, guys. I given 10, guys. So whenever I given the number as 10, see the logic here, guys. N percentile 2 equal to 0. Then print the message saying that even number. But the message called as end of the program is not outside the if, guys. It is inside the else. So when this statement will execute, only whenever it comes to else part, this statement is executed. So you will get a message called as even number. Say enter, guys. Even number. But you don't get the message called as end of the program. You don't get this message end of the program because this end of the program is under the else part. Remove this indent, guys, and then again execute the same program, guys. 10. Now see, guys, you will get a message called as even number, and then it comes outside the else part and prints a message saying that end of the program, guys. See the difference, guys. It is just a very simple difference only, guys. Do you observe the difference, guys? Even number, and you are getting a message called as end of the program. Why the end of the program is coming, guys? Because it is outside the if statement. If you write the with indent, guys, see there, you are getting only even number. Again execute, guys. If I give 11, guys, again execute. Control plus enter, I'm executing, guys. Control plus enter. When you say control plus enter, or just we have to run this one, guys. I'm giving 11, guys. I'm giving 11, guys. Whenever I give the 11, it is not a even number. So it comes to else part. It prints a message odd number and prints a message called as end of the program. Just a minute. We are going to get a message called as end of the program is going to be gets coming, guys. But see there, whenever I give an even number, I'm not going to get the message saying that. See, if I give even number, I don't get the message called as end of the program. Whenever I execute it and whenever I give odd number, guys, then we are getting a message called as end of the program. Why? Because this print is going to be inside the else part, but not outside the else part. But what is my requirement, guys? Whether it is even number or odd number, we have to get this end of the program. So I will write without the indent, guys. Now execute it. Now if you see 10, you will get the message called as even number, end of the program. Again execute, guys. 11, we'll get the message called as odd number and end of the program. See, guys, for example, if I don't give the indentation here now, executes. Can you see the clear message is coming, guys? Expected and indented block after the if statement on the line number 2, guys. Clearly expected and indented block. If you don't write the indentation, this code does not work, guys. Right? As somebody has asked the question, so do you find out, guys? It is going to be nothing but you are getting a message saying that which is going to be nothing but very clearly, guys. You can see which is going to be nothing but you can see this kind of a message what we can observe carefully, guys. Do you have to observe? So this is the way how we have to work with the way which we are going to be gets working with this particular so called as the indentation. We have to use it, right? That's it, guys. So
Uh,
see this.
so
Yes.
suppose I have written the code which is huge code, thousands of lines suppose,
Mm, mm,
and in most of the places I have not given the indentation, and
mm, mm,
after running
mm.
execution only I'm getting the indentation expected. So
Yes.
to give indentation at each and every lines, so it becomes difficult. So do we have anything that automatically it will take
you
indent? I mean,
you you
uh,
need you need not to give the indentation. That is what I'm saying, that once you put a colon and say enter, automatically the indentation automatically it comes. You need not to worry about that indentation. Once again I'm showing you, once you put a colon and say enter, automatically the indentation will come here now.
okay, okay. So colon is must. If suppose
Colon
colon
is
only
must,
we are not
yes.
giving, then it is our fault.
No,
So we
no,
have
it is false. If you don't put the colon, first of all, the indentation won't come, the code also
manually
won't
do that.
execute at all.
Yeah, yeah, got
Okay,
it.
you will understand it. So print, it is see the message I'm writing. It is an even number. Whenever it is going to be, wherever you put a colon, guys, immediately the indentation comes. See, else part should have a colon. Immediately the indentation is coming there. It is going to be odd number, and then simply you'll understand. I'll write some programs, then you will understand how I am writing it. It is going to be end of the program what we have to write. So that's it. This is going to be how it will execute, guys. See, we are having the option. Even you can use up arrow, down arrow, guys. If you want to give the previous value, any number, generally I'm not showing. Our requirement is not to write a this even or odd number, guys. How to write a if statement in on Python, we are writing it, guys. See there, 54 is a even number, end of the program. If I say 55, guys, it is going to be odd number, we are getting end of the program. And all of you know that this is going to be a basic if and if statement, if and else if statement. Obviously, some of you will get a doubt, sir, how can you write a if and else if statement, guys? How to write a multiple which is going to be if and else if statements, how to write it? In other languages, how do you write it, guys? Easy to understand. I'm comparing everything with multiple languages, guys. I'm comparing with everything with the multiple languages. I'm going to be comparing it, guys. So what I'm writing it, guys? If condition, or I will write if condition 1. After that, we'll write curly braces, guys. How to write the else if, guys? We all of you know that. It is else if it is going to be condition 2. Then I'm not talking about Python, guys. I'm talking about non-Python languages. Other than Python, in other languages, how to write it. After that, we'll again write else if statement. Again, it is going to be condition 3. Like this, guys, we will write as many conditions we can write it. Finally, you will write a else part, and we are going to write all the statement, guys. I think all of you have an idea about this topic, guys. What is the idea about this particular topic, guys? Just give me a second. Right. Let us continue, guys. How to write this if and else if statement in Python? Slightly different, guys. Okay, before going to that, as you all of you know that in normal basic statement, guys, whenever this condition is true, it will perform these operations. If the condition is false, directly it comes to else part and performs this operation, guys. It will perform this operation, what we are going to do, guys. But whenever I want to check, like whenever this condition is false, I want to check for another condition. When second condition is false, I want to check for another condition. How do you do it, guys? So if condition is true, perform all these operations, guys. It will perform all these operations. It is condition, this one, guys, sorry. If condition 1 is true, it will perform all these operations. If the condition 1 is false, then only it will go to condition 2. I think all of you have the idea, guys. In the case if condition 1 is true, it will perform this operation, come outside, guys. When it will go to condition 2, only whenever condition 1 is false. When it will go to condition 3, only whenever 1 and 2 are going to be false, guys. When it will go to else part, when all these conditions are false, guys. Isn't it? So how do you write the same statement in Python? Slightly different, guys. If condition 1, so write the first condition, guys. If condition 1 colon, every time I need not to write it, guys. Initially I will specify them, indent we have to write it. So with indent we have to write the code, guys. So this space, whatever I'm leaving is going to be nothing but the indent, guys. It is going to be your indent, we have to write it, guys. How to write the else if? So else if is a slightly different in Python, guys. We don't write else if, guys, completely. We are going to make it as short as possible. That is ELIF. We write it as elif. That is, actually we spell it as else if only, but while writing, we are going to write it as elif. It is going to be nothing but what we call it as else if statement, guys. Condition 2. Again, same statement, guys. Like this, as many else if statements we can write it, guys. It is going to be condition 3. Like this, you write as many conditions. Finally, you write else part, colon, guys. Don't forget to put a colon. Remember, colon and indent is having a quite relationship, guys. That's why sometimes there is a chance that you may forget to put the indent. That's why whenever you put a colon, immediately we want to have an indent. Or reverse order, guys. If you want to have an indent, compulsory we have to have a colon here now. Both of them are having quite relationship. That's why if you remember this, sufficient, guys. Wherever you put a colon, immediately one indent. Wherever you put a colon, immediately one indent. Wherever you put a colon, it is going to be indent. Indent is not just a space, guys. Indent is a tab space. It's not just one space. It is tab space. Okay. If you write like this with a space like this, it won't work, guys. For example, if you just remove this, see, if I remove this and if you put a space and if you try to execute it, see this, if I give 10 and execute it, guys. So actually it is working, but actually practically it won't work, guys. It is going to be tab space. We'll see them. We'll see the applications in the coming classes. It is going to be a tab space we have to put in, guys. Okay. So indent is going to be nothing but it's a tab space what we are going to put in. According to that particular tab space only, we are going to work with this kind of an application, guys. Let us see this. Let us go for this option here, guys. Where is the indent is there? You have the keyboard shortcuts will be there, guys. Just a minute. Otherwise, we do one thing. Right click here. Actually, earlier it has been got updated, guys. But actually, there is a chances is there. We are going to be having better to go for which is going to be one tab space. Only one tab space. Don't give 2 tab spaces and 3 tab spaces. That I'll tell you later. Have a look into that. It is going to be 10, guys. And again, execute, guys. It is going to be 11. If I said enter odd number, it is end of the program. Okay. Next, guys.
So
I want.
suppose if we are not
Yes.
given that colon indent,
Yes, I shown, if I don't give the indent, you are getting
but
an error, right?
in print we are giving a tab space manually. So in
Even
we'll get error.
you will get an
Okay.
error. If you execute this, expected an
No,
indented block.
here print you give tab, remove colon and give tab near that
No,
print.
it won't execute.
Okay.
Compulsory. Colon is mandatory.
Okay.
Can you see what it is saying?
Expected colon.
Expected colon. Must and should. According to the syntax, this colon is mandatory.
I thought if colon means tab,
No,
so
no.
colon I'm not giving
If
a
colon
tab,
is mandatory.
that will be output.
Colon is mandatory. When you put a colon, compulsory indent must be there. Okay, fine.
Okay.
And one important point is, guys, we are learning Python for a very basic level usage only. Okay, though we are learning in if statements and all these things, when you go to practical, maximum we don't write that much. That means frequently we don't write that many times if statements, we don't write it. We'll write it, but very rarely we are going to write it, guys. So we are here not to become an experts in Python. We are learning very basic level of Python. So don't go to higher level. Don't go to the deep concepts into that. Just basic outer line, just outer, just a high level. You just learn the things, guys. Okay. Fine. Let us come to the next example, guys. See this, a equal to integer of. It is going to be input of, which is going to be enter a number. So enter a value or enter a number, close the parenthesis, guys. B equal to, I said it is going to be again another integer, guys, input of, which is going to be nothing but enter, which is going to be B number, guys, or enter B number or another number, whatever it may be, or enter A value, enter B value, guys. Otherwise, I'll say enter A value, enter B value. So what it will do, guys, it will ask you enter A value and enter B value. It will ask you, guys, one more parenthesis has to come. So 10 and for example 20, guys. Now what is our requirement here is I want to compare whether A is greater, whether B is greater. How do you compare whether A is greater, B is greater, guys? So whenever you compare two numbers, there are three possibilities. Either A is greater than B, either B is greater than A, or either A equal to B. We have to say either A greater than B or A less than B or A equal to B. There are three possibilities are there. So what I'm going to do, guys? Simple. I'm going to write a condition, guys. If A greater than B, then print the message saying that A is greater. A is going to be greater, guys. Next, how to write the else if statement, guys? It is going to be ELIF. B greater than A, colon, print the message saying that, see, I'm not giving the tab space by myself, guys. Automatically, whenever I said colon, put a colon and say enter, automatically tab space is coming. Else, see guys, if, else if and else are at one level, print A is greater, print B is greater is one level, guys. They're nothing but level. Else, put a colon, guys, and print the message saying that it is going to be both are equal. So we know that, guys, if A is not greater than B, B is not greater than A, obviously A is equal to B, guys. So both of them are going to be equal. Okay. So this is the one which we have to write in, guys. It is Jupyter Notebook is an editor. Yes, it is not a terminal, guys. Terminal is different. Terminal is going to be different and editor is going to be different. So Jupyter Notebook is going to be nothing but it's a kind of an editor. We call it as an IDE, what we are going to call it as. Basically, it is powered by multiple languages. It's not only Python, guys. You can write almost all 40 plus languages you can write. You can integrate with any language. You can integrate it. Okay. So today we are working with Python, but actually they can work with multiple languages. So if you just include some other terminals, we can also go for some other terminal. So Notebook is an editor. If you want, you can also have a terminal also. Okay, fine. So let us execute, guys. Simple. Whenever I execute this, I'm giving 10 and 5, guys. So according to the logic, we know that 10 greater than 5, true. Print the message saying that A is greater. It does not goes to the next statement, guys. When it will go to the next statement, only whenever the first condition is false. Again, guys, I said 5 and 10, guys. According to the logic, is 5 is greater than 10? No. So come to the else part. Is it 5? Is it 10 greater than 5? Yes. Print the message saying that B is greater. It does not goes to else part. So we'll get a message called as B is greater is the message what we'll get in, guys. Then what about if I give both of them as the same values, guys? If I give 10 and 10, then we are going to get a message saying that is A 10 greater than 10? False. Is again 10 greater than 10? False. So this is false and this is false. So it comes to the else part and prints a message saying that it is going to be both are equal, guys. So this is the way how we have to write a basic conditional statements we have to write in, guys. This is what we call it as a basic conditional statement. If and else if statement, guys, and we are having something called as an if and else statement, if and else if statement. Obviously, some of you may get a doubt, sir, how about writing a switch case? Yes, we can write the switch case also, guys. I'll teach you what is going to be switch case. But first, let me complete off the control statement because we don't use switch statement that much frequently in the Python, guys. It's not required at all. We don't use it that much. Maximum, we'll write if statements and control statement for statement, guys. We have for statement and we have a while statement, guys. So how to work with for and the while, we'll discuss it in the tomorrow's class, guys. Okay. So tomorrow we'll start with the for and while statement. And after that, I'll teach you the switch statement also. but we don't use the switch statement that much frequently, guys. Maximum if statement, and which is going to be the first statement only, maximum we'll utilize, guys. Even while also we don't use it. Maximum for and if statement only. So see any Python code, guys, whether it is a low level, high level, whatever the even if you see very complex applications also, maximum they don't write while statement, for and which is going to be if. Only these two statements only we are going to use them frequently, guys. Okay. That is obviously according to the logic only. Switch case is there. That is what I'm saying that. Yes, there is a switch statement is there. It is introduced after 3.7 or something. It was introduced. Earlier it was not there, but we don't use it that much. Okay. I'll tell you how to work with that particular switch statement also. Okay, guys. So that's it, guys. Just for today, we'll stop it here. And tomorrow I'll start with the first statement and the while statement. Okay. So anyhow, some people has joined today. Maybe they have a lot of questions from their side. So if you have any questions, guys, you can just, I can take 10-15 minutes of time. No worries. I can take 10-15 minutes of time and I can just try to answer all your questions, guys. Okay. Anyone, guys, if you have any questions, so just feel free to discuss, guys. If you have any questions, I'll take 10-15 minutes, not a problem. So guys who has been having a no questions, they can leave. If you just have any questions, guys, so I will be there. You can just ask your questions, guys. Yes. Anyone, guys?
Sir, can you just, I mean, when we went through the website, we come to know that it's a 4 months duration, the course duration
It's
is
more
4
than
months.
4 months. It will take more than 4 months only. Because my course curriculum is different. I'll share that particular document also once. Whatever you see on that means same is it, but little bit beyond that also I'm having that. I'll share that. Just have a look into that. I'll share that. I'll share that particular course curriculum also. So anyone, if you want, just you can go through them, guys. I'm sharing it to everyone in the chat window. I'm sharing it. So just go through this once. Okay. Why? Because it is completely have a detailed information. The complete detail, each and every topic was there. It will be there. But it takes more than 5 months of time. It will take it because you know that, right? So normally in the most corporate level, it is almost all 8-9 months it is taking, guys. Okay. So it's a topic is more. Hardly it will take 4 to 5 months. More than 5 months only. It is going to take it. Okay. Yes. Now you
Uh,
can just yeah.
so at the end of the class, like
Mm,
at the end, so we are very new to this data science and all.
mm.
Basically, I am from a test automation background, but I
Okay.
wanted
Okay.
to learn the things
Okay.
in a data science as well as the generative AI.
Okay.
So at the end of these sessions,
Mm.
like what is the outcome or output we can expect from these particular sessions?
So are you talking about expertise or experience?
Expertise and
See,
developing some
yes, yes.
data manipulations like that.
See, data manipulations are all very basic level. So here the concept is different, guys. So many people do not have that much idea about that because see, your opinions are going to be different. It's not data manipulations, data visualization. They are the very basic level of whatever the data science we are going to do that. You will understand once I start with the data science main concepts, you'll understand it. But our target is to develop some kind of it's not developing, it is training of machine learning model which can do some kind of a predictions. Machines will learn from the data. You don't require to do anything. Machines will learn from the data. We are just giving some support to the machines because directly the machine, if it is in any format, the machines cannot study them. So there is some statistical models we have to create it. According to this particular statistical model, we have to design our data and we have to give it. So once you complete this course, mainly you are going to become an expertise in machine learning, AI, deep learning, generative AI. So all these are going to be some of the areas which you are going to become the expertise on that. Okay.
Hi.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Varshita. Yeah.
Yeah. Can you tell you about the TensorFlow, Keras, frameworks like those?
Yes. There are there. So go through them. Go through my course curriculum once. Anyhow,
Okay.
just I'll show you the course curriculum once. Just give me a second.
Yeah.
Just now I shared, right? So that you can get to know about that, like what topics are there. Once you also go through the complete details also from your side also. So here we are having the deep learning. So in the deep learning, obviously, anyhow, we are going to use all the Keras and all these things we are going to use this. So we are having a TensorFlow is there, as well as we are having the
I
PyTorch
got
is going to
you.
be there.
Okay. Got you.
Got it?
Yeah. Got you.
Okay. And all these things we are going to do with the help of actually Keras is the interface to the TensorFlow basically.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So if you want to use if you want to use the TensorFlow through the Keras only, we are going to use as TensorFlow.Keras dot we are going to work with them basically. Okay, fine. Yep. Any other questions, guys? If you have.
This next 4 months we are going to work on this Python only, right, sir? Like
Yep,
we
completely using Python only will do that. But if for a 1 week or 10 days of time, we also have an R language is also there. So see, generally who is a scientist basically, normally generic terminology, who is a scientist generally, whom you will generally call him as a scientist generally.
Up to my knowledge, the people who works on rocket science and all that, I call it as like scientists.
Yes, that means he knows everything, right?
Yeah.
In and around that, he knows everything. So data scientist also should know what are the tools, what are the utilities. That's why you also include the big data. We learn Power BI. We are going to learn all these Python frameworks, R language. So not only that, even some of other extra things also you have to learn them. So even some little bit about the cloud. You need not to be an expertise on that. But mainly whatever that is covered is Python will cover, R language will cover, big data systems will cover, and Power BI we are going to cover it, and a little bit about cloud also. So almost all 5 different or 6 different type of technologies
Like
we are going to use them.
big data, what are you covering?
Spark.
Oh,
Even
Spark.
MapReduce is there, Pig is there, Hive is there.
Yeah.
But we don't go deep into them because there are outdated systems and we don't require that much. A little bit idea, just hardly 1 week of time. We'll work on the big data systems.
Okay.
Even
Are
Power
you
BI
going
also.
to do hands-on experience like on real projects?
Yes, absolutely. So absolutely see, the thing is, learning a data science is not that much. That means learning data science means just like learning Java programming, writing a simple program. It's not like that. Every example which we are going to discuss is like a case study. So just an example, I want to show you the example what currently I'm discussing in the 11 a.m. So I'll open the data. I'll just open the example. So just to make you understand, don't worry about all these things. So observe carefully. We are doing one example called as a clustering algorithm by using something called as an what data you can see there?
Airline
Some
data.
airlines related data. See the data set once? Gender, customer type, age, type of travel, class, flight distance, seat comfort, what is the ratings they have given. Okay, it is not a small data set. Can you see how many records you can see there? How many rows it is containing? 1,30,000,
12,000.
not
Yeah.
12,000,
Oh,
1,29,000 records.
1,30,000.
That means 1,30,000 records are there. See, all these are going to be the techniques what we have been implemented. So this is a technique which I'm going to, it's a mathematical technique called as an elbow method. So using the elbow method, like how? So what is the basic target here is, depending on the ratings that customers has given, so we are clustering the customers, like who has been satisfied in some factors, who has been not satisfied in some factors. So that is what we have been identified them. And just to understand the concept, I'm just showing you. So these are the people who has been dissatisfied. Can observe carefully what is the average age of these people, for example? 35 years. If you
35
see the
years.
people who has been satisfied, can you see their average age is going to be 42 years? We have got it. Actually, so cell was missing actually. If you write as satisfied, we are getting 42 years. That means the people who are being satisfied are having a higher age on based on some factors, and who has been not satisfied, there are going to be having a lesser age of them. So due to that, what actions they can do? So that is what currently we are discussing. This is nothing but a real-time data set. It's not just like a 4 or 5 columns data set, right? So every example is like a case study. So you don't need to worry about that. Every algorithm we'll discuss is like a real-time data sets only. We are going to be working with them.
I have a question.
Yes, yeah.
I just started my data science, like watching YouTube videos. I'm just stuck there. I learned TensorFlow and Keras. After that, I'm learning PyTorch. Can you tell me like what can I learn next? Like
So no. Are you learning TensorFlow directly or learning, or first you are learning that, or first before that you have been started learning some other thing?
some other thing, like I learn classification, regression, like algorithms.
Okay.
Like what you show now in the notebook.
Basically, mostly this all. Have you started with deep learning?
Yeah.
As actually this TensorFlow, this PyTorch, and all these things will be used as part of the as part of your deep learning
Deep
models
learning.
only. Then generally we are going to use it. Generally for machine learning we don't use them.
Oh,
Okay. So
yeah.
once you get done with that, then using that, see, TensorFlow and a PyTorch are the basic libraries to implement our deep learning models. We want to train the model. So if you learn
Mm.
them, then you can start learning your deep learning models like ANN, CNN. Have you learned that ANN, CNN, RNNs?
No, 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 no.
No, that you have to learn it. So that
Okay.
language is not important. Here the advantage is not with the Python language or not with the framework. So we have to using that you have to implement the our deep learning models. We have to implement it.
Okay.
Okay. Fine. Right. Any others, guys? Any others? If you have any questions.
Yes,
Yes.
sir. I actually don't know whether I can ask this question here or not.
Yes, yes, yes,
So
yes,
I
yes.
was
You
like
are.
3 years experienced. No,
Mm.
I was working as senior data analyst. So
Mm-hmm.
I was working on that Power BI
Okay.
dashboards and
Okay. 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 Fine.
advanced Excel kind of that stuff I'm
Mm-hmm.
doing. So
Mm-hmm.
basically into SQL and all.
Okay. Okay.
So I think I thought of changing my company. So I thought
Mm.
of like having this experience also.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really going to help my resume, sir? Like, I
Yes.
can spend like 4 5 months with you people, so I can
Yes.
learn
Yes.
something
Yes. Yes.
regarding basically what you are showing this airlines data and all.
Mm.
So as a fresher or like having a 1 year, 1.5 year experience, it will definitely going to help. I know, but
Yes.
is it like kind of when I'm forwarding my resume to
Mm-hmm.
higher companies, is it really going to help my
Yes.
resume or not?
Yes, yes, absolutely. So you are on the right track. That means you are on the same related track only because
Correct.
you're already into the data analyst and all these things. So
Yeah.
see, this data science is going to be the next level. See,
Correct.
in Power BI and all these things, what you are doing, you are just trying to expose like, or you are trying to visualize what has been happened in the past, right? So
Exactly, sir.
data science is
Exactly.
going to be somewhat little bit extension using that particular old data. We are trying to just do some kind of an statistical models and doing some kind of a prediction. So what you
Okay.
can do is, as you are saying that 3 years of experience you are having with the same profile, with the same project, because you are on the data related analyst and there only, right? So you
Exactly.
do one thing, put 1.5 years of experience as a data analyst and one and a
Okay.
half year experience as a you have to put it as a data scientist, or
Okay.
don't go
Data
for a
science.
data scientist, go for a machine learning expert or machine learning engineer.
Okay. So like exactly you are telling that if I'm learning this course, if it's gonna help my resume, right, sir?
Yes,
So
absolutely.
if I'm not keeping this kind of projects like entirely like currently what I am doing in my company, so that I can convert these things into
Yes,
my company, right?
that is what I'm saying, that whatever you are
Okay.
working on, that add up
Mm.
the same project, add up with the data science implementation.
Perfect. Perfect.
Once you learn, right, once you know that, so once you learn this data science, being you can understand that where you can integrate this or where you can apply this particular machine learning, or let us say
Okay.
that up to now you don't know that it is a machine learning implementation. So once you know that, you can go there and you can implement them, and at
Sure, sir.
least you can show that as your experience, you can show that.
Thank you so much, sir.
Okay,
I'm clear with the question.
fine.
Hello, sir.
Yes, yes, yeah.
Can we create or can we develop a research-oriented project with the help of this course?
Yes, you can do that. A lot of research projects are going on. You can also
Can you
do that.
suggest me some topics?
That I can suggest you saying that. That means you go to. Do you have the idea
Like
about Kaggle?
generative AI. Yes, sir. I have heard about
Kaggle.
Kaggle.
Just go to the
Yes,
Kaggle. You
yes.
will find out lot of research projects there.
Okay.
Go to Kaggle, or I'll tell you some other applications also. Go to Kaggle. In Kaggle, you can find it off. Kaggle is the best platform for the data science people.
Okay. But this course will help in doing
Yes,
research project,
yes,
right?
yes, yes. Already we discussed it, right? We already
Yes,
we
sir.
discussed over that.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Fine, guys. Yep.
Amar here.
Yes, Amar. Yeah.
I joined 10 minutes back, so I don't know, like, is it a demo class or I mean, some classes have already
It's
happened?
in demo sessions only. Demo session means it is some basic classes of Python was started. So as you can see that in the
Mm-hmm.
today's class, right? So I just started with conditional
Yep.
control statements. So do you find any difficulty in learning them?
Okay. I know
Then
Python,
there is
sir. So if it
then
is
it is fine. So you can continue the classes.
okay.
Okay, we didn't started with any main concepts, right? I just given some introduction about data science, that this is a course. Nothing, introduction means I didn't started anything. So this is a course, this is a course curriculum, this is what you are going to learn, what are the topics are there. I just discussed about the course curriculum and I started with the Python. If already having the idea about Python, you can just continue the sessions.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And whatever the classes you have been missed, if you want, you can get the previous classes also. Once you register for the course, you'll get the recording videos. You can just go through the recording videos and you can understand what has been happened.
Okay, cool, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
fine. Right. Right. Any more
So
questions?
every day
guys?
we'll get this recording classes.
Every day-to-day recording will be given. So that is what we are going to provide, guys. Generally, other training academies, they don't give the recording videos. Even they give it also, they will cost you extra amount. But we are giving, it's going to be actually for the people who join for today, I'll tell you guys. So day-to-day, every day recording video, guys. Maximum next day morning, you will get the recording because already time is 10:30, right? So day-to-day recording, tomorrow morning, maximum by 9 a.m. or something like that, you will get this recording video through the Google Drive, guys. Plus, along with that, along with this particular day-to-day recording videos, along with our training program, you will also get some kind of a pre-recorded videos of Python, guys. These are not my classes. That means if you want to, as I already said, that whatever the Python I'm going to discuss is a very basic level Python, that is sufficient for our data science course. If you want to learn a little bit more about the Python, guys, there are some recorded videos are going to be there. It is self-paced, guys. There are going to be recording videos apart from the Python, which I'm going to teach you guys. There are somewhere around 170 videos are there, guys. So with these videos has been delivered by Durga sir. So his name, I think you know about them, DURGASOFT. The name itself is DURGASOFT, which was started by Durga sir. He was an expertise on Java, Python, and he's almost having 20 plus years of experience. So he has delivered these videos, guys. You are going to get these videos are also at a free of cost. Normally, if you want to buy them, that will be costing you 4,000, but you are going to get them at a free of cost, along with our day-to-day recording videos, plus along with that 170 videos on the Python classes. That is optional. If you are interested to learn, you can learn it. But these videos are going to be...
So recording will be free lifetime or it will be up to the course duration?
No. This will be, our class videos are going to be accessible at a free of cost for 1 year. And these Python classes are going to be for 6 months of access will be there.
Okay.
These Python classes are for 6 months. Our class videos are going to be for accessibility for 1 year of access. Right?
Yeah. And so after completing any module, for example, if you have completed some any visualization part or some SQL part, SQL, MySQL. So can you give some assignment or data or some live projects so we can do it and we can put that also in resume
Absolutely,
also.
we'll give it. For each and every concept I discuss, there is going to be some kind of an it's going to be self-assessment only. We don't grade you or we don't ask you to submit it. We'll give it. It is up to your optional. So if you are interested, you can do. That means for your practice purpose, it is going to be, because it is not a college or a school, right? We cannot ask everyone to do this one or do this one. We cannot mandatorily, we cannot monitor them also. So that's the reason we'll give the assignment.
No, but just the assignment part, at least we can have hands-on also, and
we'll give it.
Know also from which all sources we have
absolutely
to
will give it, but it is up to you. That means if it is up to your interest, if you're interested, do it. If you have any questions, you can just reach me out. We are going to create one group is also going to be, we'll create it. One Telegram group will create it. So if you have any doubts, you can just clarify. You can just post your questions in the Telegram group, which I will respond them.
Okay. And so you will, I am already experience, but not in this. I'm also experienced automation. As I'm transitioning my field, so as I'm new to data science, but suppose if I'm learning Python and I'm looking for a job, I can see for Python developer also.
No. That's why I said that. No, whatever the Python we are learning is a very basic level of Python. Okay, we are not learning Python to become an expert in Python. Whatever the extent that is required for our data science implementation, up to that extent only we are going to learn it. Okay, that's, I can say that whatever we are going to learn is going to be completely core Python classes. How many days will be there? Hardly 15 to 20 days it will there. That one, only that much only we are going to discuss. After that, we don't discuss. Here, the concept is not learning Python. Using Python, we want to implement some data science concept. So all the data analysis, data visualizations, if you want to implement with the help of the Python. So we should know some basics of Python, right? So that is the reason we are learning it.
Sir, I think this will be a very funny question. So,
Hmm.
if you are having a 2 years of experience and
Hmm.
getting on the same course,
Hmm.
and because you are having on 20% years of experience, right? Like,
Hmm.
what will be the markets or like how it, because it will be starting from rough idea. Do you have any idea?
Yep. See, the thing is, if you are having, do you have a, that means, are you talking about a real experience of 2 years or like a fake experience of 2 years?
No, sir. Real experience.
Real experience, it's going to be. So see, there are so many other factors also decides. Really, if you are having a real experience, guys, the guys who are having a real experience, that means forget about the data science. Whether you have, so there are a lot of transitions are taking place. So if you have a real experience, for those people, it is very easy to move towards the data science. So because they require your previous expertise, even previously you worked on data, whether you worked on Java, whether you worked on any testing automation or anything you work it, they are utilizing your experience. They should have some experience and should have some knowledge of data science. Then there are going to be having a good, really good opportunities. For freshers, it is a little bit difficult. I'm not saying that we don't have it, but for freshers, it is a little bit difficult. But the guys who are having some real experience in whatever it may be the prior experience, so we can easily, you can transit easily to the this particular data science. But it also depends on various factors also. You will understand slowly, guys. Here there are multiple skill sets are there. So depending on your experience and depending on your expertise, we can apply at a different levels are there. You can become a machine learning expert, you can become an NLP engineer, we can work with data deep learning engineer, or you can work as a data analyst, you can work like a data visualization expert. So multiple roles we are learning. So depending on your expertise, so the opportunities are also going to be based on that. But as of my experience, I'm saying, if we have a real 2 years of experience and if you have the knowledge of this data science, so easily you can get a job opportunities. And if you talk about salary and all these things, that depends on your previous salaries, how much expertise you have been shown. Depending on that, it is going to be depends on that.
On
Right?
base, it will be around like 13 to 15, sir, at least.
It also depends on your previous salary also. Previous salary,
Yeah.
the company which you are working. So we cannot say that salaries where all these people will have the this much level. But obviously, see, once entry level, so getting a job is important. So you are obviously, my recommendation is, see, you are only just a 2 years of experience. So obviously, because you are having a 2 years of experience, so maybe you may get expect that maybe a 20% or 30%. So you may say that, sir, if I learn some other technology also, it will be 20-30% is there. But there you don't find the difference. Once you work for 1 year in the data science, then you will find the main difference. You can find it off. Difference between other technologies and working on the data science.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Okay, guys. I think it's almost all. It is 10:50, almost all. So if you have any questions further, I'll take the questions tomorrow, guys.
Sorry, sir. I have one last
Yes,
question.
yes, yes,
Sorry.
yes, yes,
So this is a full stack data science program,
yes.
and there
It's
is
a
a one more program which is running by same DurgaSoft only. That is
mm,
only specific to generative AI,
okay,
master in
okay,
generative, and that is
okay,
weekend
okay.
batch. So
Mhm.
what exact? Like, I mean, I'm not sure what exactly the difference here. Also, we
That
are
is
going to.
directly work. You have to work with generative AI, but directly you cannot learn generative AI directly. So first
Okay.
of all, we should know what to see. If you want to know all the things in and out of what is generative AI, so we are not using a tool there, right? So see, you'll understand that. So developing a generative AI tool is different. Using a generative AI tool is different. So using means you don't require anything. So they says that AI tools, AI tools, AI tools, learn it. So somebody has developed the AI tools, you are using it. That is not the criteria here. If you want to develop an AI tool, or if you want to develop an AI application, or if you want to develop a generative AI application, then we have to start everything from the basics. So in our class, we are going to learn all those things. Generative AI for the people who has already having the knowledge of deep learning and etc. They will learn the generative AI.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay,
Thank you.
fine, right.
So
Okay, guys.
one question, sir,
Yes, yes, yes,
please.
yes, sure. Yeah, yeah, sure. No problem. Yeah.
Uh, yeah, so I wanted to understand, sir, if we are learning data science, so
Mm.
I believe like you must have some knowledge of mathematical concepts like
Yes.
probably statistics, probability and statistics, right?
Yes.
And
Absolutely.
I guess discrete mathematics as well to some extent.
Inferential. Yes.
Okay. So
Yep. So no
so these
worries.
are must, right? Like you should have a knowledge
Yes,
about this, right?
absolutely. It is, see, everyone generally what will happen here is after you are almost all at the 10 plus 2 standard, after 10 plus 2 standard, even in bachelor's, like if you do the engineering also, almost all
Mm,
after first year, you don't touch the maths at all. Will use
yeah.
them, but you don't have a specialized subject on that. So for everyone, maths is going to be little bit. I see everyone has done 10 plus 2 standard, the 10 standard. At least you have we have done with the maths as a background, right? So
Correct.
that knowledge is sufficient. We are going to just refresh all those topics once again. So
Okay.
we have to just recap the things. It's not that we learn some new theories. Obviously, calculus you have learned in your 10 plus 2 standard. Linear algebras we learn in the 10 plus 2 standard. Little bit probability we have learned in the 10 plus 2 standard. So basic mathematics that is required is the 10 plus 2 standard. So whatever the concept that is required, I will teach you them. You need not to be an expert in that. Just you have to understand the mathematical concept behind that, because for every concept we implement, there is a mathematical technique will be there. If you know the math, understand the mathematical technique, that is sufficient. You can just go ahead and you can implement them.
Okay.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you,
Fine.
sir.
Right.
So can you just conclude this session by giving a small walkthrough of your journey? So it would be very
So I'll tell you, because its time is already
inspiring for all
it's
of
on
us. We
already.
know only your experience, your Python jam, but
Yeah. I'll tell you. Okay, just quickly, just I will actually in the first sessions I will generally I'll give my this generally I'll introduce myself. So just give me a second. Then, if you want, I will give me just 2 minutes. I don't want to take that much time. I don't want to take it also. Just give me a second.
yes.
Generally in first classes I will generally give them, but already just give me a second once. Yep. So yeah, this is about just a small, just a brief introduction about myself, guys. So I'm almost all having a 20 plus years of experience. My main specialization, the main transition is my main specialization is on a data. I call myself as a data expert. Why? Because almost all from the last 20 years, every day I look into the data. I completely look into the data because I worked on various data related technology. First, initially, I started my career with database management. I was an expertise in SQL, database systems, database admin. Even as of nowadays, as of even now also, I'm delivering the training on that, not specifically for these kind of students. Generally, we'll go for corporate. Right now, even I'm attending one corporate training for CGI. So currently, I'm delivering the training on SQL, and almost all SQL is completed. The next level is SSIS, SSRS, Power BI. So these are all the whatever the concepts which I have to teach them. So sometimes I'll go on data science and all these things also I have delivered the trainings. So mainly my expertise, my 20 years of expertise is on the data. So database management, data administration, business intelligence tool. I was an expert in the data business intelligence tools, guys. MSBI, what we used to call it as. ETL tools like SSIS, SSRS, SSAS. I was an expert in that. After that, I moved to big data systems. From 2014 to 2017, I worked from big data. And from the last 7 years, I was into this particular data science project. 7+ years, I was into the data science. And coming to my certification, I have done one certification from IIIT Hyderabad, one executive program in IIIT Hyderabad. So which was known popular, which is a one of the leading institute, that is, that IIIT Hyderabad, that. And apart from that, I also collaborated with many of the training academies like DurgaSoft, Naresh Technologies, Satya Technologies. Apart from that, one corporate company called as a corporate training academy called as XLR. If you want, you can check in the online. XLR is going to be one of it's a corporate training academy, guys. So almost all whatever the course curriculum I follow is the same standard. So they cost you around some 80,000. That is the cost of that, because Standards are different. They give LMS systems, everyday recording through an LMS. There is many people are going to be working on that. So we are not going to work on that particular level because it is cost is 80,000. So, so that is the reason why I delivers the same training program at various training institutes like DurgaSoft. So this is about my experience, guys. Okay, fine.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
What
So thanks for today, guys. It's almost 11, almost all.
inspiring.
Anyhow, we are yet to have a lot of discussions in the coming days. So attend 1 or 2 classes, guys. After that, you can decide whether to continue the classes and all these things. Already, there are some registered people registered. Maybe another 15 students today have been joined, I think so. Already 15 students are there. So another 15 students joined today. So I'll continue tomorrow, guys, at the same time with the same link. And tomorrow also we'll continue that first statements and all these things. I'll continue. Attend for a couple of days. After that, we can understand what is happening and we can continue the sessions, guys. Okay.
So will the time remain the same? 9:30?
Time remains the same. 9:30 to 10:30.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Fine. Thanks all of you, guys. Thanks all of you for today. We'll continue in the tomorrow's class, guys. Thanks all of you. Thanks all of you, guys. Thank you, guys.